Hello Divine Masculine and welcome to your check, and I'm sending you lots of love. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use the Divine Masculine Tarot and Ascension journey to see what energy you're in and what you're dealing with, and then we're going to bring in extra cards to bring some clarity in and some help and guidance. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What are you dealing with straight out today? Again, no messing about when I'm doing your readings. The cards coming out straight away, so you know what's on your mind, you know what you're dealing with, you know what you need to change. It's just doing it that may be causing a problem. So you're saying, let's set the record straight. You're in the King of Swords, so you're in your head again about what to do. You want to set the record straight. So the first thing I'm connecting with is you want your feminine to know what's going on with you. You may not know how to express it or what to say or how perhaps to move the conversation in that direction, or even how to reach out and make it right. But you do want to do that. You do want to clear the air and set the record straight. You want to get things out into the open. You want to speak the truth. You want to do the right thing. You want to set the record straight. I also feel this could also be with other people in your life. So you want to get things out in the open. I feel this is very much about you being able to speak your truth. So you're in your head about what is the right thing to do, and you know what you want to do. It's just putting the plan in place, because the King of Swords is more in their head than they are in action. So you're overthinking things, you're procrastinating, you're working it out. You may have gone through this scenario in your mind 1,000 times. It could be about actually speaking up to a karmic partner. It could be expressing your feelings to your divine feminine. It could be about speaking the truth out in your life. It could be sorting things out with your boss. Whatever it is, it may not just be one thing, it may be many things. But ultimately it's about you wanting to be authentic, wanting to take the mask away, and wanting to be the person you truly came here to be. So getting the record straight, or setting the record straight, is about clearing the air, sorting things out and speaking your truth. And that's what I've got coming through. But you're in your head about it at the moment. You're not quite sure how to execute the plan, or when to do it, or what will happen if you do. So let's bring in a crystal that may help you right now, or a few crystals. So the first one coming through is Phantom Quartz. It says embrace change. So the first thing you have to do is embrace the changes that you want to make. And this is definitely a huge message for you, because you're in your head about it. You want to set the record straight, but it's like a dream or a fantasy, or it's something whirring around in your mind, so it feels phantom. So a phantom is something that isn't quite real yet, and that's what I'm feeling. So, you know, like it's a phantom thing. It's something that you don't actually know if you're going to do. And quartz is about clarity. So when you embrace change, you're able to get okay with the change. You're okay with it inside yourself. So you're saying, okay, I can do this. I am capable of change. I'm going to embrace it instead of being afraid of it, or instead of pushing it away. So you may want to use some of these crystals. You may not even like crystals. It's completely up to you. But it's saying to you, you want to make something real and right. You want to put something into place in a concrete way in your reality, instead of just dreaming about it, thinking about it, or going over it in your mind. That's where the phantom part comes in, because the phantom can also be a ghost. Okay, so you may be ghosting your divine feminine right now, or you may just be a bit quiet or silent or even distant with other people in your life, because you need to work this out. So you don't want to be a phantom, you don't want to be a ghost, you want to be speaking your truth. And you got Moonstone. It says live your purpose. And this is another thing you want to do. This is why I feel these two cards out of the others are more important, and they were face up, that I bring them in now, like straight away first, because the angels say you've got to live your purpose. And you may feel right now like you're not living authentically. You're not living responsibly, because you're not being truthful. So yes, you're obviously being responsible in other ways. So you may have responsibilities in your life, and you may be taking care of things. You may have obligations and duty, things you're bound to, things you're doing that's routine, that you've always done, that is the right thing to do, but you're not actually being truthful or honest, or living your life to your true potential, or living your purpose. So you may feel bound to those obligations, you may feel bound to that duty through a sense of obligation, and you may feel guilty about perhaps changing the circumstances. And that's why the angel's saying you need to embrace the change in your mind first. And that's what you're doing. That's what I feel you're doing here. So you've already embraced the change in your head. You may have gone through 1,000 scenarios of how things could be or what would happen, and that may be causing pain or struggle or fear, yet you know you're not living your purpose, and that's what you truly want to do. So what I'm feeling is, you know, if you embrace change, you're going to be able to live your life the way you want to live it, not for others, but for yourself. We've got Malachite, it's time to transform. So you're also transforming. You're not the person you were. You're not the person you were when you perhaps got involved with your karmic partner. Or you're not the person you were when you started doing that job. Or you were doing whatever it is. Now you've changed. You're different. So you're different now than the person you used to be. You're the better version of yourself. And you want to change for that. You want to transform for that reason. And obviously you're transforming because you want better things in your life. New things. You're passionate. You want to be able to embrace your passions. You want to be able to do what you came here to do. You want to enjoy the rest of your life and you want to live it to the full, not in someone's shadow or doing a duty or an obligation or a routine. So it's time to transform. So the angel's saying it's time. You know it is. You know it in your head. Now you've got to put it into action in your physical reality, in your circumstances. It's about adjusting things accordingly. So it's time. It's like the angel saying, you know, it's time. It's time to transform. It's time to honor your truth. It's time to speak your truth. It's time to become your best version. It's time to move towards what you've always wanted, which could be your divine feminine or perhaps a new job or anything else. You've got Apopolite. It says stay positive. So another way to deal with this is by staying positive. And that will also give you the power to make the changes, to act on this thought that you've got in your head about setting the record straight. If you allow yourself to go into negativity or fear or stress or anxiety, you're going to keep procrastinating. It's just going to remain in your head for the rest of your life. And that's not what you want. You want to set the record straight. You want to be honest and open. You want to tell people the truth. Your family, your friends, your karmic partner, your children, especially your divine feminine, but most importantly yourself. You want to do this for yourself so you can sleep at night and relax and be stress-free. So allow the change to happen and stay positive about it. And you've got chrysophrase. It says allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive a new beginning. Allow yourself to receive love. Allow yourself to receive passion. Allow yourself to receive all the good things that are being offered to you instead of pushing them away. So your feminine offers you their love, their passion, a wonderful new life, and you're pushing it away. You're experiencing it in your dreams and fantasies, in your head, but you're not allowing yourself to experience it in a real way because you've got to set the record straight. And that's why the angels say it's time to change. It's time to allow yourself to receive all the good that's flowing to you. And when you do that, your life will change. If you speak your truth, and you do this, it will change your life for the better. It may be hard short term, but it will benefit you in the long term. Sometimes it's harder to allow things to fester. You have to rip the band-aid off and do it in one go. So this is about you knowing what you need to do, knowing what you need to change. So I'm going to bring in some tarot. So what else do you need to know about this? Yeah, it's to do with a choice. There's choices here. This could be the choice between you, your feminine and someone else. It's the person perhaps you're currently with and your divine feminine. Or it could be, do I stay single? Do I commit? It could be a job situation. So you put this out into however you were going through this. Mainly it's about your twin flame journey, that you know you want to be with your feminine. You've got to end other things in your life or face your own fears around commitment or being in that relationship. If you can step up and be strong enough to make the changes. But I feel it's also in other areas of your life, because it's not just your love life that's going to change. You're going to be more successful. What I'm really loving in this as well is the suit here. So it doesn't matter whether you are a guy or a girl watching this, it's showing you that you're suiting up, you're armouring up, you're getting ready for something. And you want to be balanced. So right now you're not balanced. You may seem balanced on the outside, you may be holding it together very well, but ultimately you're wearing a mask. And Archangel Nathaniel just showed up there on a tractor. That's a huge message when I see any messages from Archangel Nathaniel in that way, that he is helping to remove these obstacles and blocks and anything that's in the way out of the way, so you can be more balanced. So you don't feel balanced right now because you're in your head, you're stressing. You may feel like you're doing 101 things at once. You're mired, you may not be sleeping very well. You may be struggling physically with things, and they give me fear. And it's all to do with fear of making a move. So when I burp like that, that's to do with fear. And this could also be other things you may be physically experiencing. So you could be experiencing heartburn, indigestion, acid reflux. That could be keeping you up at night. You could be experiencing stomach issues because you're processing very deeply and digesting the things you need to change and do. And the angels are with you. They're saying all you have to do is speak the truth. But the way you do that, because you might think that's the hardest thing in the world to make this choice or decision, but really you've already made the choice or decision. It's just balancing your energy enough to put it into place. The angels say allow yourself to receive the love. You deserve it. Stay positive about it. You are transforming, and it's time to do this. So to live your purpose, you must first embrace the change, and then you can act upon it in a physical way. And everything will work out when you do that. So don't be afraid of change. Embrace it today. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.